This is the second demonstration of the zells prototype number 8. It shows the same use case as the last demonstration, but with a different model. The use case is to display a simple text message, basically a hello world, so it only contains the very basic elements and mechanics. The goal of zells is to become a full-fledged environment for authoring and executing software, but it still has a long way to go. All there is so far is the basic element called a zell. So let's create one. All a zell can do is receive byte streams called signal. So let's have our zell receive a string. Note that this action is asynchronous and there is no return value. In order to display the received signals, we can point something called a scope at the zell, in this case a transcript scope, which will display all received signals to the transcript. So we want one pointing at our zell. Now if we open the transcript, we'll see that every signal that the zell receives is indeed displayed on the transcript. So this signal and that signal as well. And that's already the whole model. There are zells which receive signals asynchronously, and there are scopes which interact with zells. Now let's move away from small talk and get a little bit more graphical. So we open the scope in the world and we open the target of the scope in the world, which is the zell. Here we have our transcript scope, and here we have the zell it's pointing at. As you can see, the transcript scope also displays received signals in its own window, so we don't need the transcript anymore. Now we can take this even a step further and use a listener scope, which not only displays the received signals as text, like here, but as zells. So let's create a new listener scope and open it, make it a little bit bigger and point it at the zell. And now every signal that the zell receives is displayed as a zell itself. These are text zells, and we can take them and use them to send at the zell again by using an inbox scope. The inbox scope simply makes the zell receive everything that is dropped inside it. So if we drop foo, then the zell receives and the listener scope displays a copy of the signal. Now if we want to send our own greeting, we have to change the value of this text, and we can do this by using a text scope which lets us edit the text of the zell it's pointing at. So we write hello, drop this into the inbox, and it is received by the zell and displayed in the listener scope. And that's it. That's how you send signals to zells and display them. Again, this is only a very basic use case, so stay tuned for more.